Nope. Always so excited. It's my favorite rivalry of all of our games. So love playing them. I love going into our weight room. There's a ton of pictures of us in battles against them, crushing them against the wall. So really excited about this weekend.
Sure, you've had two buys in 3 weeks here.
Yeah.
What's been the key to keeping the team, engaged and stuff? I think
Yeah.
it helps that the team you're playing at the end of that stretch is the Gophers.
Yeah, that definitely helps for sure. And, the same thing we did on our last bye weekend. We had a really hard practice on Friday and then came back Saturday and did another inter-squad scrimmage, got to work on all our different specialty team situations. And sometimes, like during the week, you don't always get to work on everything. And I felt like this past week we've done that, So we feel really good and confident and ready to go for this weekend.
They get a little PR boost with Darwitz and Wendell going into the Hall of Fame.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that exciting? That's nice for them. Yeah. Phenomenal people, great hockey players. Wow. So the Gophers have always had a lot of high-end talent, and that's still the same to this day. And so that just makes it that much more exciting to play against a team like that.
Well, and UMD's had the same thing at the start. And here now this year, this series is pretty interesting. Still ahead of them by
Yeah, I think we're going to see a back and forth hockey game for sure, and for us, I think it's going to be really important. Everything starts with puck reads, making sure that, we're thinking about who's getting to the puck first. That's going to dictate our position on the ice, whether we're cheating offensively or defensively. So that everything starts with that. And then second, we've got to make sure we manage the puck really well. I thought our puck management got away from us against Mankato, and so that's something that we really have been focusing on this week. Mankato played us really hard, and so this past week we've been really focusing on honing the puck when we have the puck, playing with confidence, making sure we're playing heads-up hockey, and distributing the puck when it's appropriate versus that kind of hot potato mentality and let somebody else deal with, the puck next. So that's been a real big focus for us. So managing the puck, our puck reads, and of course fostering a ton of energy. And we're all pretty pumped already and excited to play against them. So I think you're going to see a really fun game.
When you watch their videos, do they look the same as last year?
They do. They have a ton of talent, ton of speed. They come at you really, really hard, super aggressive, 2-1-2 forecheck, that type of a thing. So again, a lot of it for us is going to be, what's the picture? How many are they sending at us? Because it's not always the same. That's the best thing about hockey. It's so dynamic. It's constantly changing from pitcher to pitcher, from second to second. And so we've got to make sure we're getting our heads up, really communicating with each other and talking well. Yeah, they played us really, really hard, and I just felt like we were giving up pucks, when our support wasn't ready for a pass. So number one, we got to make sure we're jumping to support a lot quicker. And number two, when it's not there, we have to have the poise and the confidence to hold on to the puck until that next opportunity to move it is there, So that was been something this whole week that we've been really honing in on, and I've seen a difference already with us. So
how valuable was the shootout win? That just
huge, yeah.
Feeling going into this weekend now.
Yeah. And it's something that we do a lot of in practice too. So it was really fun to be able to win that way. Of course, you want to win in regulation, first and foremost. But always great to get a win, no matter, how it is.
The record in the last 10 against the Gophers is pretty one-sided, but there's been some close games in there.
A lot of close games, yeah. Yeah.
So what has it been about this program? I mean, what are the points of emphasis when you play a team like this or like Wisconsin or Ohio State?
Yeah, I think just what I was alluding to before, the importance of our puck reads and our managing the puck and making sure we're bringing a ton of energy. All those things are going to be so important whenever you play against, high talented teams. And no doubt about it, the Gophers have a lot of talent, but so do we. And, frankly, I love our team dynamics. So we've got an incredible group of women who each and every day bring everything they have to practice. They care about each other. They have each other's backs. And when you have that chemistry, even greater things can happen for your program. So I'm so excited about this weekend, and in particular, going into this weekend with this group of women that we have.
Bother you at all that you're 4 and the Gophers are 3 in the polls? I know it bothers Kelly.
I think we'll have an impact this week, and we'll make sure that the polls reflect accordingly as we go forward.
Do you have a vote in the polls, or?
My assistant coach does that for us. Yes. So,
I know Maura used to vote.
yes.
I still don't.
Yep.
I have
So,
a vote in the CHO poll, so.
okay. Are you,
I have a form.
we'll go for drinks later.
No, like it is interesting, because I have a formula
Yeah.
where you beat a certain team, I
Yep.
tend not to drop you below that team.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to forget
Yeah.
that you beat Ohio
Yeah.
State to
Yeah.
start the
Yeah.
year. I think Ohio State beat Minnesota too.
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
They win in a tie, yeah, so like,
Exactly.
I look at that.
Yeah. I look at that too.
rankings.
Yep.
But-
Yep.
but is that something you worry much about?
No,
The
no,
polls?
no, not really. For us, it's just going to be focused on who's our next opponent, and let's take it to them, so.
How much value is playing teams like this at home? Because you played Ohio
Yeah.
State, Wisconsin on the road, you had to travel, but then the line changes too when you're trying to
Yes,
against a
yes.
talented team. How big an advantage is that?
Yeah,
for the team?
line changes are everything. I've always said that. Our team knows how important line changes are. And when we can control that, I think it's a huge advantage for sure. And at the same time, though, I love our depth in our team. So I'm never worried about any of our players playing against any of their lines. However, when you can manage it, I think you can manage your overall energy as well, So I'm excited to be able to play them this weekend and take advantage of that, take advantage of home court advantage too with our fans, and having a ton of people chanting for us. That'll be terrific.
Speaking of managed energy, I should ask Clara too after this, but are the forward group getting used to the body?
Yes. They are so great with their fitness and taking care of their bodies and eating well and all of those things. And so, they're just tremendous student athletes. I couldn't ask for a better group who are more committed to excellence in all that they do. And we've seen their fitness. When you ask our strength coach where they're at in terms of some of their testing and what they do on a day-to-day basis, they're constantly going upwards. So that's really great to see, and that's all a testament to them and what they do in our leadership and making sure they're constantly, raising the bar and pushing it upwards for us.
I think you had said right when the injuries first happened in the absences, but that you maybe mismanaged some of the minutes too.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Like that's more dialed in.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. For us too, being a new staff and understanding our personnel and so forth and where we need to use people, we have a much better feeling for that right now. So that also helps to put our athletes in a better position to succeed.
Obviously, Rick's been here before, but how have you seen her and Liv settle in here in their first years on the staff?
Yeah. They're both such intelligent women and really know the game so well. So it's been so nice to be able to give them tasks. And when they bring it back to me to present, I'm like, wow, fantastic. There's not a lot of tweaking to do. And they just, do such a great job with our student athletes. So they're spending a ton of time with our students doing video, which has just been so rewarding for me too, and having that confidence that they can take any kind of a job and do a great job with it.
What impresses you the most about what you've seen from Caitlin Kramer coming in here? We talk all the time on the men's side. A lot of times you see
Yep.
freshmen who are 20, 21 years old. You don't have that luxury on the women's side. She's 18,
Yeah.
walking in here and playing some big-time minutes for
She has done a fantastic job. Wonderful kid, such a good person. But I also will give a lot of that onus onto our leadership and what a great job they have done in bringing her along. You know, I feel like our leadership and our upperclassmen have made her feel really super comfortable about asking questions and not being afraid of asking questions and coming in for feedback and video and all of those things, so we can continue to see her game keep getting better and better and better. So really, really happy with her and her performance. I mean, she's a tremendous athlete. What a beast she is on the ice. She's hard to stop, that's for sure.
How much of preparing for this Gopher team is dealing with? They've got some really good players, a really deep back end. I think Permerano playing on their second pair.
Yeah.
They're a really talented young player.
Yeah, another really good, talented young player. You know, but at the same time, we have lots of young talent too, you know, so just excited about the matchup that we have this weekend. I think it's going to be a back and forth hockey game and a lot of fun. Super. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Drew.
You bet.
So there was I see things on reels because I'm old and not first. Yeah, not the only one. Yeah. Thanks.
I'm older.
Yeah. Why? So the question was like, when I was a freshman, who were you scared of?
Yeah.
Why were so many people scared of you?
Honestly, like I wonder the same thing myself sometimes. I take it as a compliment. I was just talking to Anna about it. She said some nice things. Yep, no, she was the first one to say it. So she came up to me. She's like, "Did you see the reel?" We had a laugh about it, but yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I take it as a compliment, though. I think I bring a lot of intensity, and maybe that's where it comes from, is my intensity.
Did you know before the reel or TikTok that you were one of the scariest people on the team?
Yeah, no, I've definitely heard from girls before. Like, girls have told me that before, and we do like a little hot seat thing with all the freshmen when they come in every year, and I'm always one of the top answers for that. It's been that way since I was a sophomore, so I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it.
Since you were a sophomore,
Yeah.
you were the scary person.
Yeah, me and Anna Klein, and then Mackenzie Revering would always get votes. It's Gabby Hughes too, always similar sort of people, but yeah.
How's it feel to play the Gophers this weekend?
Good. We're really fired up. I think we're in like a really good spot for it right now. With coming off our off weekends, like we're just really excited to play good hockey, and having them at home is always a treat. We're really excited to play in front of our fans. But there's nothing quite like playing the Gophers, so we're super fired up for it.
How tired are you of bye weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like last week maybe wasn't the most needed bye week, which is fine. We still scrimmaged, we still got better, we worked on some special team stuff. So there's that, but also obviously you would like to have your bye weeks later in the season when you need it, is what it is. And we're even more fired up now for the Gophers, so that's a positive.
You only have 11 forwards at most here going forward. How do you guys, as a group, manage, not just during the games, but during the week, to make sure you're at your optimal best during the games?
Yeah. The coaches have been doing some really savvy stuff with just like lines, how we like position ourselves differently in drills, offense, defense out, like that kind of different stuff. But I don't know, whenever we have fewer numbers, it just means there's a bigger spotlight on all of the other players, which is fun. It's a fun opportunity, it's a fun challenge, and I think we're all just taking it in stride.
Was that a learning experience, as experienced as you are in this program, to have some of the line shuffling, when numbers went down, or is that something that you kind of took in stride? How was it
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think we're all used to it. Like, we're all used to having lines change. Coach Kroll used to do the same thing where we'd shuffle lines, and I feel like it's very common on the forward side. So we're used to it. We like it. We like playing with new players, and it was fun. I had never played with Jenna before, so we were having fun in practice, just like getting to see each other more on the ice and stuff like that. So there's definitely positives of it.
What were the conversations with the coaching staff, players after that Mankato series Saturday? Obviously disappointing. You got the shootout win, but
Yep.
were there conversations going forward, or was that just kind of a move on from it right away type of thing?
No, there were definitely conversations. Like, that was kind of disappointing for us to put up that performance in the last few minutes of a game. That's not Bulldog hockey. That's never how we've played. So we can't let that happen again. I think we tweaked some stuff. We kind of understand what we have to do better now. But no, there were definitely conversations to be had about it.
How important was the shootout win just for the overall feeling? If you
Yeah.
lose the shootout, I'm sure it's much worse coming up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I do think, like, we were so hyped for Tova, like, getting 2 goals on the night as a defenseman. Like, that's so sick. And her Sully's really fired us up. So that was great. Definitely would have felt different if we wouldn't have won in the shootout and gotten that extra point.
All right, I asked Liv, so I'll ask you, center or wing.
What do I prefer?
Yes.
Wherever coach wants me. I think there's benefits to both. Yeah, I like being in the middle of the ice, but I also like being able to slash and come through with speed and all that good stuff. So wherever I'm most helpful.
You've played with her a lot on lines here in the first part of the year. How impressed are you by how Caitlin is adapted to college hockey?
Yeah, no, she's amazing. She really pushes the pace of everybody that she plays with. I love that North style of hockey that she plays. You kind of saw that in Anna Klein a few years ago, and I think that we've kind of been missing that from our roster since then. Obviously, Manon played that same North style, so those were some shoes that needed to be filled. And yeah, she's been just doing such a great job. She's a beast, even as a freshman, and she brings energy to the forward lineup for sure.
As you've broken down film with the Gophers the last couple of weeks, what have you seen that you guys are like, oh man, we need to make sure we manage this well this weekend?
Good question. I don't know. They're obviously like a really skilled team, and like they can score at any point. So I feel like just kind of solidifying our D zone and just all that good stuff. But we're tightening everything up. We don't really focus on the opponents as much as we focus on ourselves. So we're making a lot of tweaks from the last weekend that we played and focusing more so on those.